Hello, welcome to the Film Vomit Podcast, an extension of the Vomit series of podcasts. As always, we're your hosts, Mac Taylor and
Cole Selby.
And we are here today. We are almost done as we've trekked through the garbage fire that is the Ginger Dead Man and Evil Bong series as we hit Evil Bong 666. Cole.
I'll say this. This is probably the only one of very few things I say good about the movie. They sped up the beginning. At least they started the movie without a 10-minute intro or flashback this time around. I liked how it just went straight into it, and I was really confused also because it's just I found myself scratching my head a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and jump right in because there is a lot to talk about of things that don't make any sense. Because whereas the last movies had a bunch of nonsense, they still had like a direction we were going. In this one, it just seems like we just have nonsense. Nothing is really for anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, we like you said, we just jump right into the theme song, and now we have like a fiery trippy sequence because we're doing a lot of hell stuff in here.
Yeah.
And by a lot, I mean like the last 15 minutes. We're gonna be doing some hell stuff.
For real.
And then so they have a lot of the same actors and actresses in this playing different characters.
Yeah.
And they never acknowledge it, except for with Robin. What's her last name? Robin Lynn or something, whatever her name is. Robin Sidney, because she plays three characters. In this franchise, so she gets acknowledged. Everybody else, they don't give a fuck. They're just like, whatever. It's a different person now.
Yeah.
Like the girl that plays Phoebe is now Lucy Fur because hell theme.
Yep.
And she has taken Evie's magical weed dispensary and basically just kept everything the same, except she added devil shit sporadically.
Yep.
And she somehow has Evie's weed for sale. She also has ginger weed and bonzuka. Those don't make any sense until the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So, and there's a picture of the gingerweed man on the front of it.
Yeah.
But he has not even been created yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
lazy.
Yeah, a little bit.
So yeah, that's a thing that she's doing. And her whole point of having this store is to sacrifice people to try to meet Satan.
Yeah, and also I guess she's she just gets super aroused when she kills people.
That's implied.
She's really into it.
But why do you need to open a weed dispensary to do this?
Plot.
Because it has to tie into the Evil Bong. Yeah. We built this fucking set. We're gonna keep using it.
And
we've
this
been in the same building in Venice for 5 movies.
Yeah, and this was honestly the point where I honestly felt like I just wanted to stop the movie right at the
3 minutes into it.
Yeah, because the same stoner dude, stoner people come in and do their same shit.
It was a little more tolerable this time, though.
That's just because they weren't as fucking annoying. They were just
exactly.
Now.
They've been waiting outside for a year.
Yeah, they took a nap.
Which we actually got time frame on this. It's been a year since Evil Bong High Five.
Yeah.
And these guys were just waiting outside, and they took a nap for a year, like bears.
Yeah, like bears. What the fuck? Biggest nap like bears.
Hibernation is real for stoners.
I guess.
Not really, but I'm trying.
Catch up on my 3-month nap.
Exactly. So the taller one of the stoners, because they arrive and they're like, weren't you a douchebag and also a bald guy? And she's like, no, those were the other people that own the place.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what? I'm gonna do something I've never done before. And he's like, take a shower with a sumo wrestler. She's like, no. No,
What?
like her impatience with these people is also my impatience with watching.
Yes. I hate these people so much.
And so the taller one tokes out of the bong and she throws this like Satan powder on him
Yeah, I
that
guess.
kills him somehow. And the other one escapes, and what the characters describe as and what can only be described as a magical vagina
Yeah.
opens up, and Evie comes out of it for reasons.
Yeah.
They don't explain why.
The evil Satan vagina sucks in the dude.
And then gives back
squeezes out Evie.
And again, like, where's the other people? It's kind of explained how they're getting in and out of sexy hell. It never explained how Evie got out of sexy hell.
It was I still
and
don't
also
understand
how she got in sexy
got there.
hell.
Yeah, she was in Nothing Head
Yeah.
and Rabbit, like
And
with Larnell.
and where's Larnell?
Yeah, like, and that's a reoccurring thing too. Where's Larnell? It's like, oh, he's on a trip. It's like, you motherfucker, fuck you. Did you fucking? Is he dead? Tell me if he's dead. I'm so upset that Larnell is not in this movie at all.
I know, because he would have made it so much more tolerable.
He would have given me a reason to actually maybe like this movie.
Even Rabbit's barely in this movie.
Yeah, and even at the time he's in it, I don't like very much.
Well, he's not doing much in it.
Yeah, he doesn't
very
have
low
anything.
Energy.
He doesn't have anything to do. He's not giving anything to do. He's told to stand in the fucking corner.
So Evie comes out and just does her normal like insult people thing, where she says, "Are you a lesbo? Because you done snatched me up." That one made me laugh. It's about one of the only ones that she said that made me laugh. She also name drops the movie because she says, "I'm the evil Bong." And I'm like, it's the first time someone's ever said it.
Yeah.
People said Killer Bong before, but no one straight up said evil Bong.
Yeah.
So that was nice. So yeah, you talked about Lucy gets off. I'm going to call her Lucy from here on in because we get it. It's a pun.
Yeah.
She gets off on killing. Has tiny little O's as she finishes people off. Which again, why do you have to use magic devil powder? Wouldn't you get off more on like a more brutal thing?
Some people are just aroused by different things, man.
Poof. Yeah. Magical vagina.
Yeah, that's a great time.
So Evie offers to help her get into sexy hell, which is where she's been for the past year with her bong water boiling.
Yeah.
And then we cut to Cheatham Studios from Ginger Dead Man 2, where Killjoy's Psycho Circus takes place, which again, Killjoy is another franchise you have not seen, so you probably didn't get anything that was going on here.
This is when I really just started to be really confused, and I had no idea what the fuck was happening.
So Killjoy he's the said killer clown from the Killjoy franchise, and for some reason Luann has amnesia and thinks she's Batty Boop, who is Killjoy's like, Harley Quinn kind of character. And so she's like, "I'm the real baddie." And he's like, "You're not Batty. I don't even know who you are." And the real baddie beats her up. And then she's like confusingly just walking around Venice. And the people's reactions, I'm like 90% sure that they just, filmed her walking around and people just, like legit being like, "What the fuck is going on with her?"
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That those
they looked really genuine.
Yeah. Jeez.
But that's a little backstory for you there, Cole, because I know you have zero idea about the Killjoy franchise. So you're probably just like, what is this? Who are these people?
It was really confusing. Every time it cut back to it, I was like, what the fuck is this? Why is this happening?
For like the whole movie, we get Luann thinking she's Batty Boop and talking like Batty Boop, which is very annoying.
Yeah.
Because it's not even like using like how Batty talks, she just like accentuates everything.
Yeah.
It tries to sound real pitiful. And it's horrible.
It's like it's It's gross.
It
It's
it
kind of
it
gross.
it it,
I
it,
don't
it
like
is
it.
it
I don't
is
like it at
gross.
all. I don't like it at all.
Uh, so yeah, and that's the only Killjoy we get though. We get a quick Killjoy cameo. So but if you've
Yeah.
seen the Killjoy movies, it's like, oh hey, it's Killjoy. But like you said, if you like Cole and you hadn't, same thing with the Ooga Booga stuff. You haven't seen Ooga
Yeah.
Booga, you're like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Make these movies understandable to people who don't watch your other shitty movies.
Quit making us have to watch a
Please.
bunch of other shit
God,
to
I
understand your
hate this.
stupid movie world.
Already had to fuse Ginger Dead Man and my evil Bong.
Yeah, we already had to do that.
Damn.
And I was not going to add Ooga Booga and Killjoy to the list.
Too
Although the
much.
Killjoy movies are more tolerable, I will say, like 3, 4, and 5 are pretty good in the Killjoy franchise. The second one's okay, and the first one's garbage.
Oof.
So, that would be a fun one to cover, but it's gonna be a long time for we dip our toes in Full Moon again after this.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to. Not for a while.
we may do it once a year, but we won't do as
maybe.
big of. This is the biggest thing they have. So everything else after this, we maybe do like maybe a month, or we do like 3 movies, and we say, fuck you, Full Moon again.
Yeah, for real.
The fuck you, Full Moon month. Oh, totally. Add it to the canon. The sirens agree.
Yeah, for real.
Damn. Let me take a second to figure out where we are here. Oh, so when the fake Batty is wandering around, there's these guys that are wearing these masks, have a sign and say, "We'll suck for food." What did they think was going to happen?
I still don't know what they meant.
I don't either. So I was like, "What? I don't know what that is." And
like,
so this big trucker wants to get blown because, and in his defense, the sign says so.
It does.
And they're like, "Oh, gross, dude, no." And he's like, "He's just false advertisement."
It is.
It is. Yeah,
is.
because they didn't do anything. They just stood there after he gave him $5.
Yeah.
And they're wearing masks for reasons.
Don't they didn't they work at that studio?
I guess they used to work at Killjoy Psycho Circus, but
or something.
Why would they be wearing those masks though? It doesn't go with the whole clown aesthetic.
The clown girl,
Batty Boop, fake Batty Boop.
So fake Batty Boop could recognize someone who wasn't normal and would then be opened up enough to ask for directions
to Killjoy's thing, and they say no, and the one guy's like, "I love you," and then she just leaves.
That was weird. That shit.
Yeah, and then she just leaves.
Don't talk about the woman I love that way.
Yeah, that was funny. But then these guys, that's it. They're gone.
Yeah.
What was that?
That took way too much thinking to try and connect together.
That took like 3 minutes.
That's right.
that was some bullshit.
It is. Look,
because that was the one thing in the movie where I was like, "What in the actual fuck are we doing?"
Yeah. And it's
with the rest of it, I was confused.
You could barely hear them with those masks on too.
Yeah, like they did not do ADR. They just put a mic super close to their fucking faces and saw what happened.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. So yeah, that scene just makes no sense. Then Rabbit shows up for reasons that we don't know to the shop. And then 2 girls show up because I guess when Rabbit used to run it with Larnell, they did tits for tokes. So if you showed your tits, you get a free toke. So the girls go to do it, and Lucy's like, "Yeah, I have tits too. I'm not. Yeah, you got money."
Which thank God, like somebody like having an actual good business model for once.
The first time ever in this whole franchise, someone makes money.
Like Lucy makes sales in the movie, and that's crazy.
And then Rabbit creeps on the chicks.
Yeah.
With this rabbit want to grab it line
Yeah.
which was used less in this movie, but also rabbit was used less in this movie. There was
Yeah.
more rabbit, there would have been more rabbit want to grab it, which
I
is
feel
still
I
dumb.
feel like they should have not kept that and just let Rabbit kind of like be Rabbit in those.
He didn't
in the
need to
moments
be
he
in the
could
movie. Like, you could have had a whole other character.
Could have had Larnell.
Could have had Larnell.
I don't need an explanation for why he's here
Well, Larnell
in this circumstance.
Larnell could have been the one that came out of the portal with Evie.
Yeah.
And then now he's there. Makes way more sense than Rabbit just wandering in the shop for some reason and then just staying for tits.
There's a lot of things that could have helped this movie.
And every time he's asked where Larnell is, like, he's on a trip. He's on a journey. Because he doesn't want to say he's in Nothinghead for reasons.
Like mystery, man.
Then Jeff, Larnell's half-brother, shows up with Versnachity to basically try to rub more of his wealth in Larnell's face, but Larnell isn't there. And the chick's like, I want you to buy me this bong thing. And he's like, take a toke, see if you like it. She tokes it, and then they go to Bone, and then they never come back.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also mentioned that Gramps is dead again. Maybe
he said on an adventure, and like very like hinted at death. I don't know.
Again, what is going on?
They're leaving it ambiguous just so they can use him probably again.
That is the second time they've killed him off.
Yeah. It's rough. And I don't like how the Larnell question pops up like every 20 minutes in the movie.
So yeah, it's all the time. It's like if the guy who played Larnell couldn't do this movie for some reason or just didn't want to, you don't have to talk about him.
No.
You didn't mention Sarah more. You didn't mention Felicity one fucking time. She's not in this movie.
Where is she at?
Where is she? And we don't know if we're looking at Sarah, fake Batty Boop, Luann. Like, we don't know who the fuck we're supposed to be seeing in Robin Sydney. So we don't need to mention people that aren't here.
Yeah.
Because that just makes me want to watch movies. Like, the first 3 Evil Bong movies we took for granted, Cole. We took them for granted.
We did.
They weren't great.
We really did.
But they made sense. We had some laughs.
They were better. They were so much better than this.
They were movies. They were actual movies.
They were.
In a franchise littered with garbage and nonsense. They were actual movies. Gone are those days. Gone are those characters that are actually watchable and tolerable. And here we are with Versnachity, Lucifer, and a fake Batty Boop.
I miss Bachman.
I miss all of them. Brett, Bachman, Alistair, Larnell.
Yeah. And I love the jokes of Alistair getting recasted. I loved those.
We should have kept it going. Those were good. These were the good days. They're gone now. Mm-hmm. So then Batty stumbles upon Misty, the Oracle, and the thing glows green, and she's like, what does that mean? She's like, I don't know. This is a lawn ornament. And she's like, you want to go to the weed shop? Then she just leaves her stand unattended.
Yeah, that's the
people are gonna steal all their shit.
That's the first thing I thought. It's like, that's a lot of shit. Your whole inventory just.
And you're in Venice Beach.
Bam.
These people don't give a fuck.
Oh no. They'll take it all, man. Like,
so they go off for reasons, because everything in here is just for reasons. So then the same girls come in and try the tits thing again. And Lucy's like, no, you were just in here. And they're like, no, we weren't. She's like, yes, you were. Like, and I'm like, wait, is this supposed to be a joke? Or did they just not have 2 other actors on set that day? And they were like, fuck it. You 2 again.
I don't know.
Because it comes off just odd.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if they're trying to be like having like some weird meta joke because they didn't have enough actors.
They have not earned meta jokes anymore. Okay.
No,
we are past the point of no return.
Like, and it's It's filler.
Yep.
That's what it
It's
is.
just garbage filler. And then we start getting the plug for the vape cup.
Yay.
You put your weed in a vaporizer cup so it looks like you're just taking a big old drink, but really you're taking a big old toke. And me and Cole, just right for this podcast started, we did look this up. This is an actual product that actually does cost $199 that she says it does in the thing. So that's fucking crazy. And it's not a full moon product. It's on their website. So I'm like, did they have like a sponsor deal where they're like, did Vape Cup pay for this movie? And then that this is the advertisement they pulled to get that money?
I mean, I could buy that.
Again, I respect the business, but you couldn't have made a better movie to sell vape cups.
Yeah.
Honestly. I think me and Cole are the only people that have seen this movie. Man, it's but yeah, we get the vape cup. The girls in Rabbit try it. All talk about how good it is. They pay their $199 each. Because at first I heard that, I'm like, that's very specific. Just say $199 and not specify tax. Then when we looked it up, I'm like, oh, that's why they said it, because that's the exact fucking price it is.
Yeah.
So Rabbit's just there to look at the girls. And Lucifer goes back to vent to Evie about how stupid people are. I'm like, you're running a weed dispensary.
Like
not all your clients are going to be geniuses.
Like Evie even says that's retail.
Yeah,
that got a chuckle on me.
You're working specifically, in marijuana, and there's all kinds of people that smoke marijuana. Yeah. But a lot of people, especially in Venice Beach, are going to be real stupid. But they'll still pay money to get high.
They will. Just got to deal with the stupidity.
Yeah, if you wanted to just go murder people, you didn't have to open up a weed dispensary. It actually seems like the hardest way to go about doing this.
Yeah.
And Evie also just keeps saying shit about her boobs and daddy issues. Like, I don't know what Evie has against this girl, but she calls her boobs on a pole, or like, your boobs are in the way. I don't know. It's like constant tit jokes.
She used to be kind of clever.
Yeah, now it's just kind of just more obscenities.
Yeah, it's like it's just not very good.
Lucy then brings the girls in the back and murders them, and comes back and has a slight orgasm in front of Rabbit.
Yep.
And then he's like, "Where'd they go?" And like, "Oh, they went away." And then he doesn't ask any more questions. And it's like, really? No other questions? Not one?
It's like they made Rabbit just completely brain dead.
Then for no fucking reason at all, these two people come in, and what they say doesn't make any sense, because she says, "You looking for something for your glaucoma?" And she's like, "No, we need Jimmy Jr. to become Mr. Johnson before Principal Johnson calls recess." What the fuck does that mean? Because I was like, is this like his stepmom? Is this his teacher? Who is this person that he's boning? And why does he need to get high to bone?
It sounds like fucking, it definitely sounds like some weird student teacher thing.
Yeah, but it was unclear.
Very unclear. I feel like any way it could go is bad.
Yeah,
kind of gross.
and then she goes, "This will help," and she hands him the vape cup, and he takes it and he's like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "That'll be $199." And he goes, "Here you go." And then he takes it and walks away. I'm like, was that a shitty commercial for vape cup?
Oh my god, it was. It is.
Hey there, all you cats out there.
It's a shitty commercial for vape cup.
Do you want to bone your teachers? Well, you got to make sure you get a load of vape cup first.
Or stepmom.
Or stepmom, or secretary, or some sort of a business official, some sort of porn category. If you'd like to join that, only $199 for your vape cup today. It was like a fucking commercial. I was like, what is going on in this movie?
So bad.
Because again, those two people never come back.
No.
So they were just there for that.
Oh,
Oh man, it's terrible. Then Batty and Misty arrive, and Rabbit's like, Sarah? And she's like, no, I'm Batty. And then he's like, this is Sarah and Misty. And I'm like, how do you
and
know this
she's
Misty girl?
and like she's like doing this thing, like she's telling Rabbit, no, don't, like I don't know if she's like, don't say my real name. Does she know anything? Is she act like,
Yeah, because
I
there's a
don't know.
point she even says like Larnell's name, and it's like, because this is supposed to be Luann, as we find out at the end of the film.
Yeah.
But what the fuck happened to where she ended up being a fake Batty Boop? And also, like, I don't know, man. They don't know. The writers didn't know. So I don't even know what we're taking the time to try to figure it out, because they don't care.
Yeah.
No one's awake at night like, wait, what was that Batty Boop thing? But I have to be. So fuck them. I'm not doing it. So anyway, but he says, and this is Misty. And I'm like, wait a minute. Misty's new to this movie. How the fuck does Rabbit know Misty?
At first I thought she was like supposed to be like fucking Felicity in disguise.
So I Googled it, and it's a different actress. Because I thought that too. I'm like, is this someone that got from another movie that got recast? No.
Jesus.
So Rabbit just randomly knows who she is. No explanation. Could have said, oh, I saw her out there selling, doing her voodoo, whatever. No, he didn't say this is Misty. I know her. Somehow.
Maybe they lost a scene in editing or something.
This hour and 5-minute movie cuts shit out, really? There's a lot of shit you could have cut out of this. That would have, you cut out the parts that made the movie make sense.
They were just running a little too long, you see.
Like, oh man, this plot is too straightforward. We need to make it more sporadic and confusing, because that's what people like to watch. I feel like I'm getting real angry. Like,
I feel like there's a personal vendetta between me and the movie.
If I ever meet Charles Band, we're gonna fight. Like, hi, I'm Charles Band. That's bam!
Jesus,
you ruined my whole summer. Then, for again, no reason, they bring up Larnell being lost in Nothing Head, which makes no sense still as to why he's still lost. And then he's like, don't say the names of the other people. And then they say both the Ginger Dead Man and Evie's names, even though Rabbit said not to do that. Then the dead girls pop up for reasons.
I guess to show some titties, because just in case some people.
Yeah, because the guy just got sucked into the vagina. Why did these two just get to wander around all dead? And then the Ginger Dead Man comes out, which he explained. He said he killed the demon, which works. So he pulled the tail off a demon and killed it in sexy hell. So there's a reason why he's there. But in all the other movies, because they do that bad CGI mouth thing for him, in the other movies, they paint the actor's lips brown, like to kind of make it blend. In this, they only painted, like, they put black lipstick on him like they normally do, but they didn't paint the rest of like his chin brown. So he's got like a straight white face on this brown cookie. I'm like, you guys got real fucking lazy on this. You didn't even put the paint on him. It's like, it's not like you have to do his whole thing. You just do this. You do this bit.
Yeah. This whole movie just kind of screamed laziness, honestly.
So, I don't know how much money Vape Cup paid you, but if I was Vape Cup, I'd be pissed. Because the only things that make sense in this movie were commercials for Vape Cup. Gosh. Just so much anger. And then he's like, oh, is that Sarah? And then she's like, no, I'm the real Batty. And then she strips to music.
This happens a few other times, and I'm always confused every time it happens.
I'm like, and this whole fake baddie thing, I'm like, what is the point of it? Like, is it just so we could do a Killjoy reference? But like, still, like, this is just weird and contrived, and I don't know what's going on.
What if they show up in 777, the next movie?
I hope Killjoy's in the next one because I like his character. If I don't get Larnell, I better get Killjoy.
I hope Larnell. I hope Larnell's there.
Yeah, because if that was it for Larnell just getting stuck in Rabbit's mind, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's a horrible way to go. Oh, Jesus.
But everybody else got to go to Sexy Hell and then come out.
Yeah.
Not Larnell.
Nope. Larnell's just being berated by his grandfather.
Then Lucy brings Evie out, and Rabbit's like, damn it, why is everyone saying their names? I told everybody not to say the names. Everybody's just saying the names all left, right. Now here they are.
And then like he like teleports out of fucking Lucy's hands, like literally like 2 feet
every time. Like she'll be holding it and then it goes to a table. I'm like, you couldn't just sit it down?
Yeah, like Jesus.
It's unnecessary editing.
They didn't trust him not to drop it. It's the only prop they have.
Just hold it. All right, now take it away and just teleport it. There we go. That's safe.
So it's like the person who made it doesn't work for him anymore.
I'm like, we only have one of these. We only have one. That's again, it's just like, man, nothing gets explained to the point where I'm not even surprised anymore. Things don't make any sense. And so the dead girls are sucked into the vagina. God, that sounds like such a crazy sentence to say.
God.
The dead girls are sucked into the neon vagina to Sexy Hell.
Nice.
Because it just kind of pulls people in. Batty and Misty are also sucked in, and Lucy takes Evie in for reasons.
Yeah.
So then Rabbit is just left with the ginger dead man because they don't want Rabbit in Sexy Hell, even though there's plenty of content you can get from Rabbit in Sexy Hell.
Yeah, like that'd be like a great place for him to go. He wanted to go.
Yeah, but instead he's stuck at the store. And Sexy Hell is this really bad CG also. There's just random tits and ass everywhere.
It's and I saw like a vagina that was just like it
looked like a zipper.
Teeth. Yeah. Just, like,
very strange.
Craggly. It was very bad. It looked bad. Really bad.
And Lucy's oddly enjoying it, even though it's just like a place. There's not like a bunch of sexy stuff happening necessarily.
I think she was acting like they were supposed to be, but the thing is, like when they were acting it out, she didn't know.
They don't know it's on the green. They're just in front of a green screen.
She's expecting sexy stuff in Sexy Hell.
But no, it's just tits and ass.
Yeah, really, it's just really bad looking.
And then we see the actor who played Strings is now Beelzebub.
Yeah.
Satan of Sexy Hell. But unlike Satan, he only cares about weed, orgies, and saying the word Sexy Hell. Because literally all of his lines, it's like, hey, we're just down here. It's Sexy Hell. Which, you know what? I love that actor because he just looks like he has a blasty blast doing whatever he does.
Oh, yeah. I liked having him. That was a good surprise, honestly. That kept me motivated to watch the rest of the movie.
His first line, he says, "Who dares harsh my mellow?" that was funny.
Yeah.
And he also calls himself the Lord of Dickness, and that also made me laugh pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, he really saved the movie for me a little bit. Like I'm happy he's here.
Yep, I was genuinely surprised. I'm like, hey, at least like they brought back someone I enjoy.
Yeah. Like thank you for that one thing.
And then Lucy's like, I brought sacrifices. And he's like, we don't do sacrifices here. It's Sexy Hell. We just do gross orgies, really gross orgies. Sexy Hell.
Just really gross orgies.
Yeah, he really but she's into it. But Lucy wants Evie to take Sexy Hell to Earth. And he's like, you know what? That's a pretty good idea. Let's do that. So he brings forth some sexy demons, which is just naked chicks in red paint.
Yep.
And the demon tries to seduce Batty, and then Misty pulls the tail off, which kills the demon, and the portal opens, sucking Evie in again. So
And
they figured out how the portal works.
So like, how are these demons even a threat if they're just gotta reach around them?
They're like the Zed putties in Mighty Morphin Season 2. You just punch the Z and then boom, they explode. Like, it's like, what is the point of these things?
Just Jesus.
So the other two demons managed to tie up Batty and Misty, even though just pull their tails off. You just did it to one of them.
Yeah.
They're even rubbing their tails on you. Just grab and pull. Bite it. It's simple. So Evie then sends the Ginger Dead Man in after them, even though the Ginger Dead Man proceeds to not do anything. He also calls himself Ramdo.
But I didn't really like his pastry puns too awful much. Honestly,
I haven't ever. Old. I don't think I've ever enjoyed. I don't even think I've ever really enjoyed the only tolerable thing I ever had with the Ginger Dead Man was in High Five when he was just kind of mellow for a while. Yeah. That was fun. Pretty much all the rest of it is garbage.
Yeah.
So Rabbit uses the vape cup to send him in somehow.
Yeah. How like since when does he have powers just associated with didn't he just smoke from that same cup earlier?
Yeah. No portals. Plot, Cole. Plot. We need it to move forward. So then Rabbit and Evie decide to make their own monster, and they have a literal Frankenstein moment with the goggles and the electricity and everything, and make the Gingerweed Man, who is just a gingerbread cookie with weed, so he's an edible. Yep. But he also, I love this character, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Then the three dead people, the two dead girls and the dead stoner from the beginning, pop up, and we get the slowest nipple touch I've seen ever, where he's just like,
yeah, he
touch.
He was pretty accurate though.
Yeah,
dead accurate.
And then it was, and then they go off for gross orgies. I'm assuming they never explain, and we never see them again. So, plot.
Yay.
Then the Ginger Dead Man arrives, and Beelzebub's like, "Hey, dude, why don't you just off these two chicks?" And he's like, "Kill Sarah," even though it's not Sarah, it's Batty, and also Luann. And he's like, "I wanted to do this, but it's too easy." And he's like, "Hey, man, if it's here, just go ahead and do it, you know? Sexy hell." Again, I love that act.
Sexy hell, man.
Every 5 minutes, he's like, "Hey, sexy hell." I'm like, oh, okay.
And then we get a really, really bad, it's like he has a joint gun, I guess.
Yes. So the Gingerweed Man arrives and uses his joint gun and says a bunch of random weed puns.
Yeah.
Like, "You've been weedinated. Yeah. I make weed, not war."
Yeah, I didn't care for these either. These were pretty bad.
And Beelzebub's like, "Man, you guys have been so unsexy since you've been here."
I mean, yeah, they've been pretty annoying the whole time.
So then Batty and Ms. I don't even know anymore. They untie themselves, and Batty proceeds to stomp the Ginger Dead Man to death. And whilst being stomped, he's like, "Batty, Sarah, Luann, whatever the hell your name is, stop." And then he's in pieces. Yep. And that's all it took. This whole time. I mean, all you had to do was have a girl aggressively stomp him to death.
He's just a cookie.
I know, but we had to eat him, and then it used to be when you ate him, you turned into him, so that was a bad idea.
Why wasn't
you had to stuff him in a cookie jar or crucify him?
Why wasn't just breaking the shit out of him an option to begin with for some people?
Well, he's
a cookie. That's all. He's a cookie.
We got it here. It happened.
Yes. It's the most realistic death of his. even though it's in sexy hell.
So then they decide the Gingerweed Man and Beelzebub are going to have a bake-off. Whoever could take the biggest toke will win.
At first, I thought they actually meant like baking like cookies. Honestly.
I mean, it can go either way because he is a cookie, but that's hilarious. You're like, wow, is it like Gordon Ramsay showing up here? Like,
I thought, like, what are you gonna make? Like, geez.
we got muffins, sexy hell muffins. That'd be awesome. I want to see that ending. But so the Gingerweed Man ends up winning as his eyes glow red and he takes this huge ass toke. So they win and they escape to the shop. And Rabbit uses Nothing Head to seal the portal, which plot, because that wasn't supposed to be a thing.
I thought it was like him and like Evie like using their powers together or something. I thought that was kind of hinted at. Or were they or like they were like I don't they don't
know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't
no one knows. There is no point.
I don't know.
I do not know. And then Batty, for some reason, also when Batty was in hell, her wig went from green to blue. Forgot to mention that. I don't know why that happened.
They lost the
and then also the wig. She turned maybe. And then she turned because if it's a green wig and you're in front of a green screen, it would blend in. So I needed it to be a different color so it wouldn't get blended in the green screen.
That's great.
That's actually really fucking funny. You know what?
That's great.
Bravo, you did one good joke.
Good shit.
And then she turned into a cheerleader when she's talked about cheerleading the Gingerweed Man. So they're in the shop now. Portal's sealed. Evie decides to take back the shop, and everyone works there for reasons. And then Batty does a dance and turns back into Luann. So she's Luann now. And she then gets real freaky with the Gingerweed Man.
Yeah, real weird shit.
I don't know why that happened. He's just a baby. Leave him alone. He's a day old.
He's just a baby.
He's just a baby.
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Fucking get out of here, Luann.
Luann, what the fuck?
Then we get another vape cup plug as everyone just vape cups for a minute.
Yeah.
And then Lucifer and Beelzebub plan revenge as they get the Ginger Dead Man back together and they go, Ginger Dead Man rebaked coming soon, which was then rebranded to Evil Bong 777, which we will be watching tomorrow.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Or Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, so.
Because we can't do 2 days in a row of this shit. No. So cool. That was the mess that is Evil Bong 666. Give me your overall thoughts and put this thing to bed.
I thought it was going to be in hell more. It wasn't.
Sexy hell.
Like I thought Larnell was going to come back. Like
nope.
What the fuck? No Larnell? No anybody? Like, no. Like except Rabbit. Like Rabbit's here.
We got Rabbit, okay. Lucifer.
Wow.
Fake Batty Boop.
Jeez.
And Misty. And we did get Beelzebub. That was nice.
I hope we get to toke with like Jesus in 777.
Who knows where the fuck 777's going at this point? Will there be more sexy hell? Will there be more Beelzebub? Or will everyone be a different character next time? We don't know.
Oh man.
It just makes no sense. This whole movie is just a bunch of random scenes thrown together, spun into an hour and 5 minutes. And a big ass plug for Vape Cup and the Gingerweed Man. So Cole,
I did not like this movie.
Are you looking forward to 777 or are you just looking forward to being done?
Looking forward to being done, man.
We can move on to Demoni, which is a crazy movie.
Yeah.
But it's a movie.
Yeah.
It actually has like a plot and characters that progress something forward naturally.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's gonna be good.
So yeah. With that being said, that concludes 666 discussion. Stay tuned next time. We'll talk about Evil Bong 777. Also, if you would like, there's the like button, there's a subscribe button. We would appreciate that. Also, comment down below what you thought of this train wreck that is labeled a movie. Until next time, stay safe and stay nerdy.